Okay, Hare Krishna. We are continuing our discussion on Bhagavad Gita. On this auspicious day of Gita Jayanti, we'll discuss about Bhagavad Gita, Gita Jayanti a little bit, and then go into chapter 5. Okay? So, for any scripture, there are 6 key factors. Upakrama, Upasamhara. Upakrama is beginning, Upasamhara is ending. All the scriptures, they should begin and end at the same point. So let's verify if this is applicable, if this is followed in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita starts. Where does Bhagavad Gita start?
Questions. Whether to fight or not.
Yeah. But which chapter, which shloka?
Chapter 1, Prabhuji, Dhritarashtra Upacha.
No, that is the first verse in Bhagavad Gita, but that's not where Bhagavad Gita begins. Bhagavad Gita means Song of God. That means when does God start speaking?
Chapter 2.
Yeah, chapter 2, which shloka?
2.14. No.
2.14? No. Hmm?
Second verse, Prabhu.
Second verse?
Second chapter.
11th is second chapter, 11th shloka.
So Krishna starts speaking from 2.2. Yeah, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha 2.2. Krishna starts scolding Arjuna. Krishna starts chastising Arjuna. Okay? Kutastva kashmalamidam vishame samupastitam anarya justam ashvargyam akirtikaram Arjuna. How have these impurities come upon you? You are a learned pandit, but you are behaving like a fool number 1. Okay? That's how Krishna starts chastising Arjuna. Because in chapter 1, Arjuna spoke like a pandit. He quoted different shastras, Ardha Shastra, Manu Shastra, Dharma Shastra, saying that based on these shastras, I should not kill these Kauravas. He was talking like a defense lawyer. Okay? Because in the very beginning, Arjuna decided that he doesn't want to fight. Now, to justify that point, he quoted so many references. And in the end, he decided that he could not resolve his own problem. And that is when Krishna starts chastising. And then few shlokas later, 2.7. 2.7 is a turning point in Bhagavad Gita. 2.7, Arjuna surrendered to Krishna. Karpanya dosho pahata svabhava pruchami tvam dharma sammuda chetaha yat shreyasyanischitam bruhitan me shishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam. Prapannam means surrender, sharanagati. Did Arjuna have complete surrender, complete sharanagati to Krishna? No. It was not a complete sharanagati, but it was a beginning of surrender, initial surrender. It was not complete surrender. He started accepting Krishna as his guru, and whenever you accept any guru, you'll definitely have some respect for that guru. You want to learn from that guru. And you have some level of surrender, but you don't have complete surrender. So Arjuna also was like that, Prapannam. So Bhagavad Gita starts with Sharanagati, 2.7. And it ends with Sharanagati, 18.65, 66, 18.66. Chapter 18, shloka number 66. Krishna says, Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mameshvaisi aham tvam sarva papebhyo
Aham tvam sarva
papebhyo
papebhyo mokshe.
teshyami masuchaha. Yeah. So, Sharanam. Sarvadharman parityaja mam ekam sharanam. So, Arjuna used the word prapannam, means sharanam. And Krishna said, sharanam, mam ekam sharanam. Abandon all varieties of religion and surrender only unto me. So, this is the guideline for any scripture. It has to start and end on the same point. Okay? So, this is called upakrama and upasamhara. And then the third criteria or the third essential element for any book is, for any scripture is abhyasa. Abhyasa means learning. Yeah. Practice. Practice means what?
The knowledge what we learn is we have to implement.
So, what is the frequency of practice? Every time, right? All the time. That means repeated. So, abhyasa means what is repeated in the scripture. What is being repeated again and again in the scripture. That is called abhyasa. Okay? So, the essential element that is being repeated again and again in Bhagavad Gita is bhakti. That is bhakti. Because some people think that Bhagavad Gita is karma yoga. For them, Bhagavad Gita is karma yoga. For some people, Bhagavad Gita means jnana yoga. For some people, Bhagavad Gita means ashtanga yoga. So different people, based on their inclinations, based on what they want to practice, they consider Bhagavad Gita differently. Karma yoga, jnana yoga, ashtanga yoga. Bhakti is correct. Yeah. So now in order to prove that, these 6 elements. Okay. So Sharanagati. Okay. The beginning and end, Upakrama and Upasamhara, they are based on Sharanagati, right? So where do we have Sharanagati? In Karma Yoga, is there Sharanagati? No. Sharanagati means complete surrender. You surrender including your body, soul, mind, intelligence. You give everything to that person. In Karma Yoga, it doesn't happen like that. Karma Yoga, there is a renunciation from results. Nishkama Karma Yoga, you renounce from the results of your work. But there is no complete surrender. In a Karma Yoga practitioner, for example, if they are asked to cut their throat, can they do that? They will not do it. But for a Bhakti Yoga person who has complete surrender for Krishna, if he asks to cut the throat, he will. He will cut the throat.
Depends on who is asking us, right?
Huh?
Depends on who is asking us.
Now, if Krishna is asking, if Krishna is asking, or if Guru is asking, then the disciple is ready to cut the throat. Actually, during Prabhupada's time, there was a disciple, American disciple, Malati Mataji. So, she said, I'm ready to cut my throat for you, Prabhupada. And she meant it. It's not like Prabhupada asked her to cut the throat, but she meant what she said. She has completely dedicated her life to serving Prabhupada. So, she was always, 24 hours she was ready to serve Prabhupada, sacrificing so many things in her life. So, she's still there. I saw her during the Yatra, Vrindavan Yatra. Yeah.
She's very old.
Very, very old. Yeah. About, when Prabhupada was there, she was very young. Yeah. Now she's about 75 maybe. Yeah.
There's so many devotees, Prabhuji, when Prabhupada is there.
Yeah. There are many disciples. Yeah. Um, so like that. Sharanagati means complete surrender. Okay. That complete surrender is only in bhakti. It's not in karma yoga, it's not in jnana yoga, it's not in ashtanga yoga. What do you say, Sudhakar?
But it helps to come to this state.
Hmm?
This karma jnana will help to come this
Hmm.
Sharanagata state.
Gradually. From karma yoga or ashtanga yoga or jnana yoga, they will eventually come to bhakti yoga. That is when they will do sharanagati. Okay? So the beginning and ending, upakrama, upasamhara, they are based on bhakti. The abhyasa, the point that is being repeated again and again in Bhagavad Gita, that is also bhakti. Okay? The middle 6 chapters, chapter 7 to 12, that collection itself is called Bhakti Yoga. First 6 chapters, Karma Yoga. Middle 6 chapters, Bhakti Yoga. Last 6 chapters, Jnana Yoga. So, chapter 7 to 12, every shloka is about bhakti. Every shloka is about bhakti only. That's 1/3 of the book itself, which is talking entirely about bhakti. Okay? Uh, and even in other chapters, there are many places where Krishna talks about bhakti. Even in the chapters where he is teaching Karma Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, he talks about bhakti. Many places. Okay? So bhakti is the point which is being repeated several times, again and again in Bhagavad Gita. So that is abhyasa. Okay? Then apurvata. So fourth point is apurvata. Apurvata means what is special in this scripture that was not there in the previous scriptures. What is new or special in this scripture that was not there before. That is, this scripture, Bhagavad Gita, was spoken on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Battlefield. Kurukshetra is just some name, but this is the first scripture that was spoken on battlefield. All other scriptures, they were spoken in a normal setting, in a classroom setting, in a in a hermitage, in a forest environment, which is a sattvic environment, which is very conducive for receiving knowledge for thousands of disciples. Not just one disciple but there are thousands of disciples in an assembly where the environment is very conducive for receiving spiritual knowledge. How was Bhagavatam spoken? It was spoken in a forest. It's a peaceful environment, away from the crowd, away from all the disturbances. That place is very conducive. It's very favorable for receiving spiritual knowledge. And Vishnu Sahasranama, that was also peaceful environment. The war was over, and all the great sages, including Krishna Bhagavan, everybody was present. Vyasadeva was present. Daumya was present. So many exalted personalities were present there. Pandavas were there. And Bhishma Dev was speaking Vishnu Sahasranama. So all other conversations or scriptures that were spoken or written before, they were in a peaceful environment, in a classroom setting. Whereas Bhagavad Gita was spoken on the battlefield, which is Rajasic. The environment is very Rajasic. Even Arjuna himself may not be able to receive it properly. Now let's try to analyze that in our practical life. Can we listen to a good piece of advice or any instruction? Are we ready to learn spiritual knowledge when there is a storm in our life? No, right? For example, we are in the hospital. If somebody is coming and teaching you 5th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, are you in a position to learn? What do you say, Samit? No, right? So what is the best time to learn anything? What? Peaceful. When you are peaceful. Okay, when you are healthy, peaceful, when the conditions are favorable, when the external situations are favorable, that is when you can learn anything. It is mentioned, there's a quote in English uh, about calm and storm. The preparation for storm is at the times of calm. Okay, the preparation for storm is at the time of calm. You don't prepare for the storm when there is storm. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Just came to the temple? What's your name? Huh? Ravikant. Okay. Is the first time you're coming or? First time. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Please sit. Hare Krishna. Yeah, we are discussing Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, feel free to sit. What's your name? Saujanya. Did you come on the opening day? No? Okay, I think I saw you on the opening day.
I think you have seen in the main temple.
In the Samamish temple. Yeah, that's what I think. I saw you somewhere. Yeah, okay. Where do you live? Bothal. Okay, nice. So this class happens every Sunday, 11 to 1, followed by lunch, prasadam, and everything. So you can come every week if you are interested. So,
We got to this class already.
you have gone through this class with Damodar Prasad Prabhu? Where in Bellevue? In Redmond. Oh, you completed all 18 chapters? Oh, okay. Okay, nice. Nice. Yeah. So you can come again for your child. Yeah. So, what were we discussing? Storm. About storm and calm. The preparation for storm is at the times of calm. You don't prepare for the storm. You don't train how to handle the storm when there is a storm. The firemen or the military people, they don't get trained when there is a war or when there is a fire. In Hong Kong, there is a fire in the building, in a skyrise building, in an apartment building. So now imagine firemen getting trained at that time. So the entire building will be turned into ashes and everybody will die. But so the key point is they have to be prepared before the storm happens, at the times of calm. Similarly, Bhagavad Gita should be learnt and one should be trained with this spiritual knowledge when we have favorable conditions in our life. But the speciality of Bhagavad Gita is it was spoken at the time of storm. Not at the time of calm, but it was spoken at the time of storm. All other scriptures, all other conversations, there are 5 great conversations in the history from Mahabharata. What are the 5 great conversations from Mahabharata? Vishnu Sahasranama, Bhagavad Gita, Vidura Niti, Sanat Sujatiya. Okay? There is 5th one. Yaksha Prashna. These are the 5 conversations. The greatest conversations in the entire history ever. You cannot find such deep philosophical conversations anywhere else. In any other scripture, any other yuga, any other place, you will not find such a deep philosophical conversations. The Sanat Sujatiya, which is full of deep political advice to Dhritarashtra, given by a sage called Sanat Sujata. The saint name is Sanat Sujata. Deep philosophical, political advice that is still being followed till today. They don't call it as Sanat Sujata or Sanat Sujatiya, but they take the principles from that and then they write according to the modern time, place and circumstances. So, when Dhritarashtra, before the war happened, right? When Dhritarashtra wanted some piece of advice, he used to call his own brother Vidura. Vidura used to give some piece of advice, But when Dhritarashtra asks much deeper questions, talking about Atma, Paramatma, Bhagavan, and so on, Vidura would say, I am a son of maid servant. I am a son of a Shudra woman. I am not qualified to speak on these uh, highly confidential matters like Atma, Paramatma, Bhagavan, and so on. So then, what would Vidura do was he would meditate on Sanat Sujata, on the sage called Sanat Sujata. He would invoke Sanat Sujata, and Sanat Sujata will appear. Vidura, simply by his meditation, he will invoke Sanat Sujata, and that sage will appear personally in front of Dhritarashtra and Vidura. And then Vidura says he is from a Brahmanical family. He was born in a Brahmin family, so he is qualified to speak on these matters. And then Sanat Sujata would clarify all questions of Dhritarashtra. So that's another conversation between Dhritarashtra and Sanat Sujata. There's one conversation, the initial conversation between Dhritarashtra and Vidura, piece of advice, it's a counseling session. Okay? And then the deeper level of counseling session is between Dhritarashtra and Sanat Sujata. So these are two. And Vishnu Sahasranama, third one, we all know about it. The fourth one is Yaksha Prashna. That also we know. Yaksha Prashna is a conversation between a demon called Yaksha and Yudhishthira Maharaj. Okay?
Yaksha is a demon.
Yaksha is a demon. Yeah, Yaksha is a demon. So does everyone know the story of Yaksha Prashna? No?
I heard somewhere in Sanskrit, but I don't remember.
Okay. So do you know about Yaksha Prashna? No? You know?
I remember from the Mahabharata episodes.
Ah,
There's a season in the first and the previous.
yeah.
And it happened that day when the Vanvasa period was.
Hmm.
When four, I think the demon took all the four brothers.
Yeah.
So, Dharmaraj.
Yeah.
And he asked them some questions, and then once he satisfied the answer, then the four brothers came back from there.
Yeah. So when Pandavas were in exile in the forest, one day they were feeling very thirsty. So they wanted to fetch some water. So Nakula first goes to the water, to the river, to fetch some water. As soon as he touches the water, a demon called Yaksha appears and then says that you have to answer my questions, only then you can take water from here. And Nakula says, no, I'm very thirsty. I don't have time for answering your questions. And then he tries to drink water. And then Yaksha kills him. And then Sahadeva comes. Sahadeva also does the same thing. He's also killed. And then Bhima comes. And Bhima says, when Yaksha asks, you have to answer my questions, only then drink water. And Bhima is very powerful, right? He says, hell to your questions. You don't know my power. You don't know my capacity. You can't stop me. And then he continues drinking water, and then he's also killed. And then Arjuna is also killed. And then killed. Yeah. And then finally Yudhishthira comes. Yudhishthira is a gentle man. He's very sattvic, very peaceful, very soft, sober. So when Yaksha asks that question, you cannot take water from here until you answer my questions. Then Yudhishthira Maharaj says, yes, I'm ready to answer your questions. And then Yaksha asks 100 plus questions. Yeah, some more than that actually, about 120 I think. So then Yaksha answers all those questions, and then Yudhishthira Maharaj answers all those questions. Then Yaksha is pleased, and then Yaksha asks Yudhishthira Maharaj, now I'll give you a boon. Okay, because you answered all my questions, I'm pleased. I'll give you a boon. You can ask whatever you want. Then Yudhishthira Maharaj says, I want all my 4 brothers back. Then Yaksha says, no, you can only have one. You can only have one. Then Yudhishthira Maharaj chooses Sahadev, I think. Sahadev. And then Yaksha is surprised because Nakula, Bhima, Arjuna, they are his own sons. Whereas Nakula, whereas Sahadeva, he's he's
Madri's son.
Madri. He's Madri's son. Yeah, he's Madri's son. So he says that my other wife, she has more than one son, but Madri has only one son. If Sahadeva is killed, then it will be unfair for her. So I'm ready to sacrifice Arjuna, Nakula, and Bhima, but I want Sahadeva. Then hearing this, Yaksha is even more pleased, and then he revives all 4 of them. So that's why that great conversation, Yaksha Prashna, it's highly philosophical. So how many we have now? Vidura Niti, Sanat Sujatiya, Vishnu Sahasranama, Yaksha Prashna, and then the 5th one, Bhagavad Gita. These are the 5 great conversations in the history. And only Bhagavad Gita was spoken in a battlefield, in the time of storm. All other conversations in an academic setting, in a classroom setting, in a peaceful environment. Okay. So that is Apurvata. What is Apurvata? What is special or new about Bhagavad Gita, about this scripture that was not there in other conversations or other scriptures? So how many points did we cover so far? 4. Out of the Shad Lingas, the 6 factors, we covered 4. Upakrama, Upasamhara, Abhyasa, Apurvata. Okay. 5th one is Phala. Phala means fruit. What is the fruit of this scripture? What is the fruit of this scripture? The fruit of this scripture is Bhakti. Because whatever Arjuna obtained by listening to Bhagavad Gita, the same result we will also get. What did Arjuna get? Bhakti. Arjuna got Bhakti for Krishna after listening all the 18 chapters. Now, in the end, when Krishna said, Yadechasi tada kuru. Now you do whatever you want to do. Then Arjuna said, Karishe vachanam tava. I will do whatever you ask me to do. If you ask me to jump from the top of the mountain, I will jump. If you ask me to jump into the fire, I will jump. If you ask me to fight, I will fight. If you ask me not to fight, I will not fight. Whatever you ask me to do, I will do that. So when will you say that? When you love somebody. When you have bhakti or love for somebody, only then you will say, I am ready to do anything for you. In the college days you have seen, right? But after marriage, in the college days, the boy says, I am ready to die for you. But after that, after marriage, he is ready to kill. Our wife will be ready to kill. So only in love you can sacrifice yourself. You can sacrifice your body, mind, intelligence, your soul. Okay. So that is a phala shruti or phala. Okay. 6th one, upapatti. Upapatti means logic. Okay. Now going back to Apurvata. Okay. Apurvata, another point about Apurvata is what is new and what is speciality about the scripture. Another point about Apurvata is who are the different personalities, different persons, people that were quoted in this scripture. Who are the different people that were quoted as examples as testimonials in the scripture. So in Bhagavad Gita, what are the personalities? Who are the people? Krishna quotes. There are only very few people. He doesn't give names of many people. He takes the name of Arjuna several times, like Dhananjaya, Parantapa, Opartha. He takes the name of Arjuna. Other than Arjuna, he takes names of only two people. Actually, including Krishna, three people. Krishna takes the name of himself actually. So, who are the other two people? Janaka. Very good. Very good. Big round of applause. Janaka. Janaka we discussed. That's why you got it. But there is another name that we did not discuss. It is in 10th chapter. Krishna takes the name of Prahlada. Prahlada. In 10th chapter, Krishna says, Daityanam asmi Prahlada. Daityanam asmi Prahlada. Daitya means demons. Among all the demons, I am Prahlada. Krishna says, Krishna takes different categories in 10th chapter. And he says, I am the best in that category. For example, mountains. He says, Stavaranam Himalayah. Stavarana means the immovable thing. That great mountain which is immovable. That is Stavara. Stavaranam. Of all the mountains in the entire creation, I am the Himalayas. Aksharanam akarosmi. Yes, that also he says in 10th chapter. Aksharanam akarosmi. Of all the syllables, I am alphabet A, akara, which is the first letter in any language. So like that he says, Daityanam asmi prahladaha. Of all the demons, I am Prahlada. Now, what is Prahlada known for? Bhakti. And what is Janaka Maharaj known for? Sacrifices. Okay? Nishkama Karma Yoga, Bhakti. He is a self-realized person. Bhakti Yoga. So, now all these Shad Lingas, they have to prove the same point, that this is the one and only one point that is being discussed in the scripture. That is Bhakti. Upakrama started with Bhakti. Upasamhara, the ending, is also on Bhakti. Abhyasa, what is being repeated, is also on Bhakti. And Apurvata, he mentioned these three personalities, including Krishna, right? Krishna, Janaka, and Prahlada. These are the examples for Bhaktas. These are the examples for Bhaktas who practiced Bhakti Yoga. Another point about this Apurvata is, Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. There are many people on the battlefield. Why did Krishna not speak Bhagavad Gita to other people? Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita only to Arjuna. And why not? Let me connect this phone actually.
Because Arjuna surrendered.
Because of Arjuna's surrender. Okay? Yeah. One second.
Prabhuji, in one class you also mentioned Arjun. Arjun itself means the one who listens.
He has some
wisdom.
qualities, right?
Yes.
Okay, one second. I'm connecting the phone to show the people in the room. Where is it? Where is the thing to flip? Oh, yes. Now you can see everybody, right?
It's blurred out.
It's blurred out. Yeah. Because of the background settings? No. Still blurred out, right?
It's background probably.
Stop.
Background settings.
Background settings.
Under more it should be.
Still the same, right?
Yes.
Okay. Background. Oh yeah. The blur setting is selected. I don't know how. Now it should be good. Yeah,
Now
now
it's
it's better,
fine.
right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So what are we discussing?
Why Arjuna was saying.
Why did Krishna speak Bhagavad Gita to only Arjuna and not anyone else? Because Arjuna is a friend of Krishna. Arjuna is a friend of Krishna. That's why in later chapters, uh, Krishna says, "Bhaktosi me sakacheti rahasyam hetaduttamam." Bhaktosi me sakacheti rahasyam hetaduttamam. O Krishna, O Arjuna, you are my friend. That's why I'm speaking this confidential knowledge to you. That's another point about Apurvata. Okay. Now this point also shows that bhakti, because Arjuna is a friend of Krishna means it's a bhakti with Sakya Bhava, bhakti with Sakya Bhava. Bhakti has five rasas: Sakyam, Dasyam, Shanta, uh, Madhurya, Vatsalya. So five different rasas, out of which Arjuna has Sakya rasa. So because Arjuna is a devotee and friend of Krishna, that's why Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. This is also point about Apurvata. So all these points, they are based on this focal point called Bhakti. Now the last point. What is the last point? Upapatti. Upapatti means logic. Logic. What is the logic that is used in Bhagavad Gita uh, to drive this point? What is the logic that is used to drive this point called bhakti? So, when Krishna talks about karma yoga, Arjuna was very confused because in one place, Krishna talks about jnana yoga. He says Krishna talks about buddhi yoga. In second chapter, Krishna talks about buddhi yoga, and he says, "Be situated in knowledge." Be situated in knowledge. Then Arjuna thinks that that means he doesn't have to do any action, he doesn't have to fight, he just have to be situated in knowledge. And then later when Krishna talks about karma, Arjuna is confused again. One time you say be situated in knowledge, other time you say do action. I'm confused. So Karma Yoga, even though Krishna talks in great detail in 3rd chapter, 4th chapter, 5th chapter, but still Arjuna is confused. Okay, so Arjuna is confused about Karma Yoga. And then 6th chapter, when Krishna talks about Ashtanga Yoga, especially mind control, then Arjuna says, "Oh Krishna, it is very difficult to me. This Ashtanga Yoga that you are talking about is very difficult to me. Is very difficult to practice. So I cannot control my mind. I can control wind, but I cannot control my mind." So he rejected Ashtanga Yoga. He rejected Karma Yoga. He rejected Ashtanga Yoga. And he, in 13 to 18 chapters in Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna talks about Jnana Yoga, Arjuna rejects Jnana Yoga also. Because to practice Jnana Yoga or even Ashtanga Yoga, you need to be a celibate. You need to practice Brahmacharyam first. Only then you are eligible to practice Jnana Yoga or Ashtanga Yoga. For example, Adi Shankaracharya. Adi Shankaracharya, his philosophy was impersonalism. God does not have a form. That impersonalism is practiced by cultivating knowledge, by practicing Jnana Yoga. If one practices Jnana Yoga, they'll have a realization of impersonal aspect of Bhagavan. Bhagavan has 3 aspects. God has 3 aspects: Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. The Brahman aspect of God can be realized, it can be experienced when somebody is practicing Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga means speculation, basically. Maybe God is like this, maybe God is like that. It's all about speculation in the mind. So to practice Jnana Yoga also, you need to be a celibate. You need to be a brahmachari. That's why you see all the disciples of Adi Shankaracharya, they're all brahmacharis. Sannyasis are brahmacharis. No. Brahmachari means beginner level of renunciant. Sannyasi means advanced level, mature level of renunciation. Yeah. In the beginning, when the person starts renouncing things, when a person starts taking up a renounced order of life, then it is called brahmacharyam, brahmachari. But after 5 years or 10 years, after the training period, if he is convinced that he can take up this brahmacharyam, this renounced order of life for the rest of his life, then he can take up sannyasa. Okay, but during the initial period, during the training period or probation period, it is called brahmacharyam or brahmachari. That person is called brahmachari. And after practicing brahmachari life for many years, yeah, you can come forward. You can come forward. There is no sun. So, వెళ్తున్నారా? ఏడుస్తున్నాడు. ఓకే, యా. ప్రసాదం తీసుకున్నారా? ఓకే, యా, ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ. హరే కృష్ణ. So brahmachari is a beginner level of renunciant, and sannyasi is a advanced or mature level of renunciant. So that's why all disciples of Adi Shankaracharya, they're all either brahmacharis or sannyasis, because that's the prerequisite to practice Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga, knowledge, cultivate knowledge to realize the Brahman aspect of God. Okay, so that's why this in Upapatti logic, right? Arjuna rejected Jnana Yoga and Karma Yoga because he's not a brahmachari, he's a grihastha. So he said, it's not possible for me. And Arjuna did not have any resistance. He did not have any friction. he did not have any objection or concern when Krishna spoke about bhakti. Okay? He did not have any restriction, any reservation or any concern saying that, oh Krishna, I cannot practice bhakti. Patram pushpam phalam toyam. Oh Krishna, I cannot offer water. Can he say that? No? Manmana bhava mad bhakto. Just think about me. It is possible. In the beginning, you may not be able to think about Krishna all the time, but even for little amount of time, you can think Krishna. And slowly and gradually, you'll come to a stage where you can think about Krishna all the time, 24 hours. So, that's why the only thing that Arjuna did not reject is bhakti. So, this is the logic to prove that bhakti is the essential point that Bhagavad Gita teaches. That is upapatti. So all these Shad Lingas, they prove the same point, that it's all about bhakti. Bhagavad Gita is all about bhakti.
But he spoke about Bhagavad Gita, whatever bhakti, only in the battlefield.
Yeah.
Within 18 days, how can he get bhakti? Arjuna.
Not 18 days. 1.5 hour. Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita in 1.5 hour.
He surrendered.
Yeah, in 1.5 hour. Yeah.
With bhakti.
Yeah.
That much.
Yeah. So that's the power of knowledge. That's the power of knowledge, especially when you are hearing from Krishna.
And he was already a bhakta, but it's just that he was just an instrument for Bhagavad Gita recitation.
Yeah, Krishna put him into illusion. Now there is even more faster thing than that, right? When Dhruva did tapasya for 6 months, right? He did tapasya to get some material benefits, to get a kingdom greater than that of Brahma. And after 6 months, Vishnu appeared. Now, after Vishnu appeared, Vishnu just touched the head of Dhruva with a conch shell. Either head or cheek actually, cheek. Vishnu touched the cheek of Dhruva with conch shell. And then immediately all the transcendental knowledge is revealed, it's transferred, it's downloaded into Dhruva's mind.
Airdrop.
And
Airdrop.
yeah, airdrop.
Even at the time of death, even 1 second, if you remember God, you will get the moksha, right? It's like,
Yes, there is a story of Katvanga Muni. There is a story of Katvanga Muni. Katvanga Muni, I think there is a curse. There's a curse, and he was cursed to die in. He was cursed to die in 1 minute or something like that. Okay, and he comes to know about that, and then he asks one of the sages, "What can I do now?" And then the sage says, "If you meditate on the Lord even for this 1 minute, you will go back to spiritual world." Then Katvanga Muni completely focused and meditated on the Lord for that 1 minute, and then he went back to spiritual world. So even 1 minute is enough, not even 1.5 hour.
Parikshit has 7 days.
Parikshit 7 days. Yeah.
For us. Years and years.
So different people, different, yeah, different techniques for different people. So that's about upapatti, logic. Okay. So the point that Arjuna did not resist bhakti, that proves that itself is the logic. That proves that bhakti is very easily practiced. Bhakti can be practiced very easily. And that is the point Bhagavad Gita teaches.
Indirectly teaches us bhakti is, for all of us, bhakti is an easy path.
Yeah, bhakti is the easy path. Bhakti is the easy path, and it is the topmost yoga. In India, if you ask people, what is Bhagavad Gita? What will they say?
Slokas.
The manual to live life in a better way.
Okay, that's all fine. But there is one popular thing that people will say.
People die. When we hear that one, they will go to Swarga.
Okay.
So do your work and don't think of
हाँ, कर्म करो और फल की चिंता मत करो. Yeah, that's what they say very famously. कर्म करो और फल की चिंता मत करो. Because they think Bhagavad Gita is all about karma yoga. There is also a song Surdas has written, right? Surdas has written a song. Surdas is a great devotee. He has written a song where he says Krishna has spoken karma yoga. He's referring to Bhagavad Gita, but Surdas mentions saying that Krishna has spoken karma yoga. Karma yoga ki marm bataya. Karma yoga ki marm bataya. Okay? Krishna spoke about karma yoga, but that's not the only thing. Krishna spoke about Ashtanga yoga also. It is not to say that Ashtanga yoga is the best or karma yoga is the best. Krishna is giving all different options so that different people can practice different things. But while saying about karma yoga, Ashtanga yoga, Jnana yoga, repeatedly he mentioned Bhakti yoga is the topmost thing. That is the best thing. Okay? So these Shad Lingas, the 6 factors, they prove that Bhakti is the only point that Krishna is teaching in Bhagavad Gita. Because there are many commentaries on Bhagavad Gita, starting from Adi Shankaracharya's first commentary. Adi Shankaracharya was the first one who has written commentary on Bhagavad Gita, called Advaita Bhashyam. Advaita Bhashyam. Then later on, Ramanujacharya, Vishishtadvaita Bhashyam or Gita Bhashyam. So like that several, even until recent times, even during Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time, Keshav Kashmiri, Madhusudan Saraswati, and even till date, modern times also, whoever is writing commentary on Bhagavad Gita, 99% of them, they're all interpreting it as a book of Karma Yoga, a book of Jnana Yoga, like that. They think that it is teaching impersonalism. That's what Adi Shankaracharya has written. Adi Shankaracharya in his commentary is talking only about impersonalism. God has no form, no qualities. Nirguna, Nirakar.
And the unfortunate thing is, Prabhu, those people are more popular.
Yeah.
I know some gurus who do this online and all, and they are more popular in youth,
Yeah.
which is like the future, right?
Yeah.
And they only talk about very superficial, like they talk about Gita,
Yeah.
but they talk about only how you do this, how you do this, how you. They never talk about Krishna actually.
Yeah.
They talk about Gita.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why we are so fortunate to have received this special commentary of Bhagavad Gita called Bhagavad Gita as it is by Srila Prabhupada, which is the true representation of Krishna's message. Srila Prabhupada presented Krishna's message as it is, just like a mailman who delivers the mail as it is. No addition, no subtraction. Whereas all other commentaries, even the first president of India, Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, he has written a commentary. Gandhiji has written a commentary. Balagangadhar Tilak has written a commentary. So many people have written commentaries on Bhagavad Gita. They are all talking about impersonalism or karma yoga principles. Vivekananda has written a commentary on Bhagavad Gita.
Shankaracharya also, it's his own speculation or he transferred?
Yeah, his own speculation. Because that's not the essential point. That's not the actual point Bhagavad Gita teaches. Ramanujacharya, he did not say God is impersonal. His philosophy is called Vishishta Advaita. Vishishta Advaita means there is Advaita. Advaita means what? Dvaita means dual. Advaita means no dual. There are no two things. There is only one thing. Now what are these two things and what is that one thing? Two things means Jivatma, Paramatma. One thing means there is only Paramatma. At the end of the life, or when Jivatma gets moksha, Jivatma merges into Paramatma. So in the end, It is only Paramatma. That is called Advaita. Non-dual. Okay, non-duality. Only one. Not two, but only one. Advaita, Vishishta Advaita means uh, this non-dual presence of God, but in Vishishta Rupena. In Vishishta Rupena means is giving a form to that God. In the pure Advaita philosophy taught by Adi Shankaracharya, God has no form. There is only Paramatma. Jivatma merges with Paramatma, and that Paramatma or God does not have any form. Whereas Ramanujacharya, he added some flavor to it. It is also Advaita philosophy only, but Vishishta Advaita. Ramanujacharya also says Jivatma merges with Paramatma, but that Paramatma or God has a form. Narayana is giving a name also. Okay, Narayana. And our philosophy is Dvaita philosophy. Dvaita. It's two. There is Jivatma and Paramatma, separate. They don't merge. Because Jivatma's duty is to serve the Paramatma or Bhagavan. Bhagavan is master and we are the servant. Now the servant is, let's say there is a CEO, and then the CEO hires a servant. The servant, after some time, the servant, if he becomes a part of if he starts living inside the house and he says that from today onwards I am your family member. Now he cannot serve, right? The reason he's becoming family member, he's becoming one within the family. That means he doesn't want to serve. There's no scope for serving, right? When he's becoming part of the family, there's no scope for serving. That's why we are not becoming one with God. We are separate from God. Only then you can serve God. If you're going and merging in God, you cannot serve. So that's why in the Brahman platform, which is the light effulgence coming from Bhagavan, there's no activity. There's no service. There's no kirtan. There's no cooking. There's no kirtan. There's no feast. There's no eating also. So that's why they fall down. People who have achieved Brahman realization, they'll fall down. And then again they will go through a long journey, and eventually they'll practice Bhakti Yoga and then go to spiritual world. So that's why these Shad Lingas, they all prove that Bhagavad Gita is teaching only Bhakti, not anything else. Okay? So that's about the 6 criteria. This is given by Jiva Goswami, by the way. 6 criteria for any scripture. If you observe these 6 criteria, you will know what is the essential point that is being discussed in the book. Okay. So based on these 6 criteria, the essential point that is being discussed is Bhakti.
So one question.
Venugopal, yes.
So what is the philosophy of Chinnajir Swami?
Vishishtadvaita.
So then we no need to follow that?
If you want to become God, then you follow. Or you want to serve God, then.
I'm just asking because he's so popular and then lakhs of people will
Right,
follow
he's
him.
popular, and see, he's preaching Narayana worship, Vishnu Narayana worship. It is a Vaishnava philosophy. Okay, it's a Vaishnava philosophy, Vaishnava Sampradaya, and it's a bona fide Sampradaya only, coming from the lineage of Ramanujacharya. Okay, they also recite mantras, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Jai Shriman Narayana. They also recite these mantras. But in the end, this is their philosophy. There is only Paramatma, and Jivatma merges with Paramatma. I don't want to comment anything more than that. Yes, there are options. Different options are there. There is a Advaita philosophy from Shankaracharya. There is a Vishishtadvaita philosophy from Ramanujacharya. There is a Dvaita philosophy from Gaudiya Madhvacharya. Okay? This Dvaita philosophy is not from ISKCON. It is from Madhvacharya, from Madhva Sampradaya. Coming from Brahma actually. Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. That's the name of our Sampradaya. So, okay. See, one thing I want to clarify is even in Vishishtadvaita also there is bhakti. In the pure Advaita there is no bhakti. It's only jnana.
Okay.
What Adi Shankaracharya taught, in that process or in that philosophy, it's all jnana, cultivating knowledge, speculative knowledge. But Vishishtadvaita coming from Ramanujacharya and current Chanajiyar Swami, it is all about bhakti only. It's all about bhakti only, but what they are thinking about the end result, that is little different. If somebody is practicing bhakti, it doesn't matter what they are thinking about end result, it doesn't matter. Because what will happen in the end, that is between Krishna and the Jiva. If somebody is practicing bhakti, if somebody is chanting Om Namo Narayanaya, Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and they are doing Vishnu Aradhana, Narayana worship, it's as good as practicing bhakti in Dvaita Sampradaya. So, their interpretation is wrong, but the end result may not be what they are thinking. End result may not be like Jivatma going and merging in Paramatma.
So what Manu to Jivatma, what expecting? Just lotus feet.
Yes. Yeah.
We are not asking to merge.
No.
Not possible.
Yeah. Even Sri Mahalakshmi, what is her abode? What is her home?
Just place or place?
Yeah, Sri Mahalakshmi as Srivat Sankam, she resides in the chest of Mahavishnu. But what does she do? Padasevanam. That is her home. That is her home. The home of Sri Mahalakshmi is the feet of Vishnu. Sri Niketana. Have you heard this word? Sri Niketana. What is the meaning of the word Sri Niketana? Sri means Sri Mahalakshmi. Niketana means home. Niketana means home, the dwelling place, the place of residence. What is the place of residence for Sri Mahalakshmi? Is the feet of the Lord. Okay, feet of the Lord.
There is no any Jivatma merged into Paramatma.
No.
In general, some Lord kalsunnattuga
No. Yeah, there's no merging. There's no merging. Yeah, there's no merging. You will remain
If we
separate.
consider if God is all pervading, then wherever you are already part of God.
You're already part of God.
So you no need to specially merge.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, question. Lord Shiva, Bhakti follow yada, Ashtanga yoga follow yada. Aina enduku anta powerful yada?
Bhakti.
Bhakti.
What does Lord Shiva chant? Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulya Rama Nama Varanane. He chants Lord Rama's name. Yeah.
But he has so many powers, right? He knows a lot.
He is empowered. He is empowered by Vishnu. He is empowered by Vishnu to for the purpose of destruction of the world. Vishnu is the maintainer, Brahma is the creator, Shiva is the destructor. He is empowered by Vishnu himself. Brahma, who gave Brahma the power to create? Vishnu. And who gave the power to Shiva to destroy? Vishnu. Yeah. And why did Vishnu give the power to Shiva? Because he is a great devotee. Vaishnavanam yata Shambho. Shambhu means Vishnu. Shambhu means Shiva. Lord Shiva is the greatest Vaishnava of all. Now go and tell this to Shaivites. Go and tell this to Shaivites.
There are no Lingas or Vaishnavas outside except.
Okay, so now coming back to chapter 5.
Prabhu, sorry, before we move, like one,
Yeah.
so the six limbs you talked about, right? So if why is it not specifically mentioned? Like why is it left for interpretation for the scriptures? So every scripture should have these, right? So cannot the author or whoever is the writer of the scripture,
Yeah.
can they clearly elaborate rather than keeping it a secret and leaving it for public interpretation?
So there's no author, right? Author means one who writes.
Yeah.
Okay? But whoever has written commentary, they have written according to their understanding.
Yeah.
But it was just spoken. It was just spoken by Krishna.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Any scripture, you're saying these six things should follow.
Yeah.
But then I'm also seeing like, because even for Bhagavad Gita, right? There are so people are interpreting
Yeah.
even the six things. If everybody believes in this framework,
Yeah.
they may still interpret. So
No, they will also follow this framework.
yeah, they will follow the framework, but they interpret differently.
Interpret differently. For example,
so rather than leaving it for interpretation,
yeah.
if bhakti can be specified, yeah, like Bhagavad Gita, and then bhakti as the whatever. Like,
Yeah. So then what happens is you're giving only one option. You're giving only one option, which may not be practical for everybody to take that up. For example, just as mind control in Ashtanga Yoga is not so easy, similarly, the Sharanagati in Bhakti is also not so easy. The process is easy. Bhakti Yoga process is easy. But the end thing, Sharanagati, that's very difficult. In Ashtanga Yoga, even the process itself is very difficult. Going to a forest, sitting in Padmasana, focusing on the tip of the nose. Now try to look at the tip of your nose. You can't even do that for a second. Yeah, she's doing that now. Yashita is doing that. Let's see how much time you can do that for. You have to sit on a deer skin. You have to follow brahmacharyam. Even if there are mosquitoes, you cannot do anything. No food, no water, nothing. It's not practical. So the process itself is very difficult. Whereas Bhakti Yoga, the good news is process is easy. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, process is easy. But the Sharanagati, it is as difficult as mind control in Ashtanga Yoga. Overall, Bhakti Yoga is very simple compared to Ashtanga Yoga or other yogas. But there are some difficult things in Bhakti Yoga also. So for those people who think that Sharanagati, I can never do this. I can never sacrifice. I can never surrender my body, soul and intelligence. Then what they want to do is they want to cultivate knowledge. They want to speculate knowledge. Or they want to practice Ashtanga Yoga. So different people, different techniques. Just like one medicine does not suit all, right?
So for those people, will this framework's output being Jnana Yoga or Ashtanga Yoga also is correct only, right?
Yeah.
And for them, the six limbs talk about this thing.
Yes.
Because they are limited to that understanding.
Yeah. The same Shishyasteham Shadimam Tvam Prapannam or Krishna's instruction Sarvadharman Parityaja Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. An expert commentator who is practicing impersonalism, they can draw all these Shad Lingas based on their interpretation as impersonalism. Yeah. They can say that in this shloka, Krishna is telling about impersonalism. They can say that.
And which is purposefully, you are saying, because there are different people who are destined to.
Yeah. 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 Now, when Buddha came, Buddha is an incarnation of Krishna. But what was the agenda of Buddha? Ahimsa. Main goal is ahimsa. Because at that time, there was killing of animals which was going on predominantly. Killing of animals, sacrificing animals in in pujas as bali. That was going on big time. Now, in that situation, if you come and give a class on Bhagavad Gita, nobody will listen. So, the one and only one thing that Buddha wanted to do is, uh, eradicate killing of animals. So that's why the only principle that he thought was ahimsa. Ahimsa paramo dharma buddham sharanam gacchami. That's the only thing he thought. And Buddha said, you don't even need Vedas. You don't need any Vedas. Just listen to me.
But the Yuga Dharma still remains same, right, Prabhu? Like even like say Buddha came in Kali Yuga, Yuga Dharma remains still same, like what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has told us.
Yuga Dharma remains the same.
Even if he is not talking about it.
Yeah.
Buddha is not talking about it.
Yeah. The Buddha incarnation was only for that period of time where animal killing was predominant. But now it is not like this. Yeah. So for this current age and time, it is Sankirtana. The Yuga Dharma is Sankirtana. So now let's discuss a little bit about chapter 5. It's 1 o'clock, maybe another 15-20 minutes we'll discuss, and then prasadam. Yeah. So in 5th chapter, titled as Karma Yoga, Action in Krishna Consciousness, Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. You are renouncing your work based on knowledge. In the previous chapters, you are renouncing work, or you are renouncing the results of your work without much knowledge. Without much knowledge. For example, 3rd chapter, Karma Yoga. There was not much knowledge about who you are offering the results to. Krishna only talked about karma, akarma, vikarma, 3 types of karma, and then little bit about nishkama karma. But not much knowledge about who you are giving the results away to. That knowledge was given in chapter 4, where Krishna says, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vetti tatvatah tyatva deham punarjanma naiti mameti sorjuna. Whoever knows about my birth and activities, they will not take birth again. They will go to spiritual world and they will not take birth again. So Krishna started telling about himself, and then slowly enhanced the teachings of Nishkama Karma Yoga, saying that you are offering the results to me. Before that, there was no knowledge of where the results are going to. So the fusion of karma and jnana is chapter 5. Fusion of karma and jnana. Karma is chapter 3, jnana is chapter 4. The fusion of chapter 3 and 4 is chapter 5, which is jnana karma sannyasa yoga. It is karma sannyasa, but based on jnana. Jnana karma sannyasa yoga. Okay? So in the first section, from shloka number 1 to 6, when Arjuna asks whether renouncing work is better or working with detachment is better. What is better? Renouncing work or working and renouncing the results? What is better? Huh? Yeah, that's what Arjuna asks. Then Krishna replies, both are equal. He says both are equal in the sense that there is some difference, but the goal is same. Both are equal in the sense that the goal for these two is same. Whether one is renouncing the work, a sannyasi, okay, not doing any work and just a sannyasi, who is cultivating knowledge and sannyasi. What is his goal? His goal is to reach Brahman platform. And then a person who is working and renouncing the results, his goal is also Paramapadam, the higher destination. So Krishna is saying that both have the same goal, both will reach the same goal, but working with detachment is superior than the other one. Both are same, both have the same goal, but one is superior than other. What is superior than the other? Working with detachment, it is actually easier and superior. It's actually easier and superior. The other one, renouncing the work, why is it difficult? Renouncing the work, why is it difficult?
Because our, I think, innate tendency is to do something.
Yeah, very good. By nature, soul is very active. By nature, soul is very active. That's why there's a shloka in second chapter or third chapter where Krishna says this.
Even 1 second you can't be on, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I set it in cycle, so you need to follow that.
Hmm?
I set it everything in motion, so you need to follow that wheel or something.
Maybe third chapter. Let's see.
Is it the Manas Sanchalam?
No. Manachanchalam is in sixth chapter. So nahi kachchati kshanamapi jatu tishtyatya karma krit. What is the shloka number? Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishtyatya karma krit.
Chapter
3.5. 3.5. Yeah. Nahi kachchit kshanamapi jatu tishtyatya karma krit. Karyate hyavasha karma sarva prakriti jair gunai. Everyone is forced to act helplessly according to the qualities he has acquired from the modes of material nature. Therefore, no one can refrain from doing something, not even for a moment. No one can do something, no one can refrain from doing something, not even for a moment. Kshanamapi, jatu tishtat akarmakrit. Yeah. So, that's why it is very difficult. Simply renouncing work is very difficult. That's why Krishna says, working with detachment is easier and superior than the other one. And then, so that is what in the first section of chapter 5, shloka number 1 to 6. And shloka number 7 to 12, Krishna talks about Nishkama Karma Yoga. How to perform Nishkama Karma Yoga. So basically, by the detached actions, one is freed from the reactions of the activities. By performing detached actions, one is freed from the reactions of his activities. If a person is working and if he is attached to the results of his work, then it's binding. The result of the work is binding. If a person is working in Nishkama Karma mode, then it's no longer binding. He's not bound by the reactions of it. So he does not identify with his body. He does not, you know, he does not identify with any of the attachments. Okay. So that is from 7 to 12. Section 2 is from 7 to 12, how to perform Nishkama Karma Yoga. Then section 3, 13 to 16, Krishna gives knowledge of the doers, the different factors that are involved in performing any action. The different factors that are involved in performing any action. So what are the different, we discussed this previously also in 3rd chapter, 4th chapter also we discussed. What are the different factors that are involved in performing any action?
The soul,
The soul makes a desire first. Demigods need to give the facility. Yeah.
to do the
And Paramatma, super soul, has to sanction. Yeah. At a high level, these three. Yeah? There are more details to it, which Krishna describes in 18th chapter. Krishna in 18th chapter he says 5 elements. Okay. But here simplifies it as 3. Doer 1, doer 2, doer 3. Doer 1 is the jiva makes a desire. Okay. I want to do this. Makes a desire. Now before we conceptualize the desire, okay, for example, I want to eat gulab jamun, right? Now there is some, oh yeah, by the way, she brought gulab jamun for me today. I forgot about that, but I just, as usual, I took the example of gulab jamun, but she brought gulab jamun for me today. So I make a desire, I want to eat gulab jamun. Then what happens? In my mind, I imagine a gulab jamun, I imagine eating gulab jamun, I imagine the taste and experience from the past, how it is. All those things will come to my mind. Hi, you came to the temple? You came to visit the temple? Okay. Yeah, feel free to go ahead. Yeah. So all these things will happen, right, in our mind. But before we see this picture in our mind, there is somebody who sees that picture. It is Krishna who sees that picture. Before we get a picture of this entire imagination that I want to eat gulab jamun, before we conceptualize this this desire, before we become, in simple words, before we become aware of our desire, Krishna comes to know about our desire. Okay, because he's the Paramatma, right? So he's watching all our actions, desires, our senses, the objectives of our senses. Kshetrajnaya namastubhyam sarvadhyakshaya sakshine. Tarvata? Yeah. So in Gajendra Stuti, Kshetrajnaya namastubhyam sarvadhyakshaya sakshine. దాని తర్వాత ఇంకో శ్లోకం ఉంది కదా, సర్వేంద్రియ గుణ ద్రష్ట్రే సర్వ ప్రత్యయ హేతవే. సర్వేంద్రియ గుణ ద్రష్ట్రే సర్వ ప్రత్యయ హేతవే అసతాఛాయ యోక్తాయ సదా భాసాయతే నమః. సర్వేంద్రియ గుణ ద్రష్ట్రే. Gajendra calls Krishna, calls Vishnu as Sarvendriya Guna Drashtre. He is the observer of all our senses. He is the observer of the objectives of our senses. What are we doing with our senses? What is the objective of our senses? He is watching. And he is aware of all those things before we become aware. For example, I am seeing this phone here. Before I see this phone, Krishna sees this. Before I see this, Krishna says this. That's why when you come to the temple, we think we are seeing God. But it is God who is seeing us. It is God who is seeing us. వీళ్ళతో మాట్లాడదాం రండి. Excuse me? Yeah. Can you come for a minute? Yeah, please. Subhash, ఒక నిమిషం. Yeah, your name? Deepak. You? Santoshi. Nice meeting you. First time coming here? Yeah. Where do you live? Oh, Edmonds. Okay. Yeah. So the temple is open Friday evening, Saturday, Sunday. And Sunday during this time from 11 to 1, Bhagavad Gita class happens. So if you are interested, you can come every Sunday during this time. And there's a WhatsApp group if you want me to add your numbers. So otherwise, if you just want to explore, feel free to explore. It's been going on for a few months, but you can come, you can join anytime. See, the philosophy is same, right? Spiritual knowledge is same. You can, what we teach on day 1, we teach on the 1000th day. Same thing. We are not the body, we are the soul. And we have to go to spiritual world. This is the same philosophy. Whether you come on day 1, day 100, day 1000, this is the same philosophy. So you did not miss anything. So, yeah. Good. Thank you for coming. Yeah. అంతే కదా? ఉపక్రమ ఉపసంహార. Yes. అభ్యాస. Not upakrama upasamhara. Abhyasa. Repeated, same thing. Adi same. Wherever we begin, that's where we end. And the same thing we repeat. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaran. Yeah. Arjuna లాంటి వాడైతే ఒక రోజు వచ్చినా సరిపోద్ది, ఒక గంట వచ్చినా సరిపోద్ది, ఒక క్లాస్ అని సరిపోద్ది. But we are not like Arjuna. That's why we need many classes. So Krishna is observing our actions before we perceive our actions, before we conceive our desires. Krishna is conceive everything. He's conceiving everything. That's why he is doer number 3. We are doer number 1. He is doer number 3. And who is doer number 2? Demigods. Or Prakriti. We can say Prakriti, the material nature. The material nature, the 3 modes, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, they are influencing us. And also demigods, they are facilitating. How they are facilitating?
Every organ and all that.
Yeah, by giving us good health. Okay, only when demigods are happy, then we'll have good health. Our hands, legs will be in proper working condition. Then we can do anything according to our desire. So we only make a desire, and it is demigods who are responsible for deciding whether we can have that instrument or not. And ultimately, it is the super soul who sanctions whether we qualify for that desire or not. Okay? So anything that happens in our life, it's based on our desire and what we deserve. Based on our desire and what we deserve. Okay? So Krishna talks about this knowledge in section 3 from shlokas 13 to 16. Okay? And then section 4, liberation by focusing on super soul. Now when a person has knowledge about the doer number 3, doer number 3 is super soul, Paramatma, who is always watching our actions and permitting our actions. When somebody has this knowledge, they can meditate on super soul, they can focus on super soul, that will give them liberation. That will give them liberation.
So when we are doing something bad means we are doing against to deity.
When we are doing something bad?
Wrong. So as a doer, something Krishna is telling, but we are not following and we are doing opposite to that.
Yeah, our desire is to do a bad thing. Okay?
So
Desire itself is bad. Yeah. Because whatever is your desire, desires will transform into thoughts, thoughts will transform into actions. No, thoughts will words, thoughts will transform into words, words will transform into actions, actions will transform into habits, and habits will transform into your destiny. Now, habits will transform into your character, and character will transform into your destiny. Yeah. So it all starts with desire. Okay? Based on the desire, initially you have a desire. There is a seed. And then you start thinking about that desire. Okay? So I want to buy, let's say, a waterfront villa for 5 million, 10 million, like that. So it's a desire. And then you start thinking about it. So the desire will transform into thoughts. And then after thinking for many, many days, you will tell to Ranjit that let's buy 10 million villa. and then the words will eventually turn into action. Eventually you'll buy it. You'll buy it.
Krishna will just observe all things. He will not react for if it is bad desire or desire, he will just see.
Yeah.
And if it is desire, he will give.
Yes. The bad desire also, he has to sanction. Yeah. And he will sanction.
Why he is saying bad desire?
Yeah, he will sanction bad desires also.
Limited free will.
Yeah, limited free will. And if he is not sanctioning our desires, whether it is good or bad, if he is not sanctioning, right, then it is like dictatorship. You are forcing somebody. You are forcing. For example, a child is there. Child wants to, play according to their own desire, in their own way. But if you force them, no, you don't have, you cannot play like that. You can only play the way how I am telling. Then it is called dictatorship. You're not giving freedom to them. I'm spoiling them. Teenagers.
But we should also tell sometimes Krishna filters out some desires, right?
Yeah.
Which are like really not good for us.
Yeah.
Really
we
not
can
good.
pray to Krishna, please stop our bad desires.
Yes. Yeah, we have to pray. We have to pray. Because based on our past conditioning, why are we getting bad desires? Based on vasanas from past life. Based on impressions from past life. A thief is not a thief by birth, but is carrying impressions from past life. So either in the past life he was a thief, or in the past life he observed so many other people who were stealing stuff, and then he got inspired. So whatever is the reason, he got some impressions of stealing. That's why in this life he is getting desire for stealing.
So you said the soul desires, right?
Soul desires.
Or like in this body form we desire.
The soul desires.
The soul desires.
Soul desires.
And Krishna gets the desire before even the soul desires or after the soul desires?
Krishna comes to know about the desire before we become aware of our desire.
So even before the soul desires, Krishna will know.
Krishna will.
No.
Not before we desire. We desire. There is a time gap between the time we desire and we become aware of our desire.
So mind intelligence gets it. Soul may know it, but mind intelligence may not know it. You are saying?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. Subtle. It's at a subtle level, right? So before we see something, okay, in the subtle level, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Yeah. Please come. So before we conceptualize or conceive something, it's already happening. but there is a time lag between the time it happens and we become aware of it. For example, there's a fire. There's a fire in a building. Okay? As soon as the fire starts, people will not know about it. After some time, when there is a smoke or when there is a heat, when there is a smell or something, then people will come to know about it.
But this the trivial example of this gulab jamun, Prabhu, right? So if you're getting say, this thought of having gulab jamun,
Yeah.
it means like with the moment we are thinking, it would have already been processed by Krishna.
Krishna, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And but before that, the soul may have desires in subtle way
Yes.
for the gulab jamun.
Yeah.
ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ప్రభుజీ ఇంట్లో ఎక్కడో అనుకున్నారు గులాబ్ జామ్ తినాలి అని
ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసింది ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసింది. బట్ బై ద వే నేను దానికి రెసిపీ చెప్తాను, మీకు మాడిఫై చేసి చెప్తాను. అది మీరు బెల్లం వేసి చేస్తున్నారు కదా, అది కదా, షుగర్ కూడా, బెల్లము షుగర్ రెండు. బై ద వే మహీ చేసిన, if the gulab jamun that's prepared by mahi, one gulab jamun is equivalent to 100 gulab jamuns that you eat normally. That much sugar, jaggery. Yeah. That's her love.
Sometimes మనం ఏదో అనుకుంటూ ఉంటాం, మన వెళ్ళిన దగ్గర అవే కనిపిస్తుంటాయి. All this because of Prabhuji, like you said, మనం డిజైర్ అనుకుంటూ ఉంటాము, కృష్ణ విల్ ప్రొవైడ్. మీరు అంటారు కదా కొన్ని ఇన్సిడెంట్స్ అలా మ్యాచ్ అవుతూ ఉంటాయి అంటారు కదా. సో ఈజ్ ఇట్ సేమ్ యాజ్ యూ సెడ్?
No, if you're talking about something related to bhakti, you're thinking about something, you're thinking about Krishna, and Krishna is giving you some realization, some experience, some glimpses, that is pure bhakti. Okay? But outside bhakti also, things will happen like that. Yeah. Because as I said, a desire will transform into thoughts. Thoughts will transform into words. Words will transform into action. So, yad bhavam tad bhavati, they say, right? So, whatever you are desiring, that's what you will see. That's what you will see.
వాళ్ళు ఎవరైనా ఫ్రెండ్స్ నో వాట్ ఎవర్ ఊహించుకుంటాం, అనుకోకుండా వాళ్ళని కలుస్తాం అక్కడ. సో ఆల్ దీస్ డిజైర్స్ కమ్ లైక్ దట్.
Yeah, that's coincidence. That's coincidence. That's coincidence, and it can also be Paramatma network, because you are desiring, even though there's no bhakti involved there, right? Okay, there's no bhakti, but simply you are thinking about somebody, and then Paramatma in you is communicating to the other person. That's how you are seeing him or her. Yeah, it can be coincidence or it can be Paramatma network.
క్వశ్చన్ ఈజ్, ఇలా అలా జరిగే అన్నిటినీ కనెక్టింగ్ టు గాడ్ అనుకోవాలా, లేకపోతే
Yeah. Yes.
good, bad, related to bhakti or related to...
For all these things, there is doer number 3. That is Paramatma. It's all connected to God. It's all connected to God. Yeah, whether it's a good thing, bad thing, good desire, bad desire, anything is connected to God. Nothing will happen without the will of God. Yeah.
And Prabhu, like between desires and dreams, right? How is he like? Sometimes say in a dream you feel like, hey, I'm missing my exam. Sometimes I still get those dreams.
Yeah.
So like in this context, I missed my math paper, right?
Yeah.
So that time the body is also like unconscious.
Yeah.
So how is that also constituted under desire, or because of some desires it's manifesting?
So,
Of years maybe.
yeah. So that when you have a desire, you start thinking about, you start contemplating on that, right? So when you are contemplating, all those thoughts will be in the repository, in the mind. Okay? Now when you are sleeping, whatever thoughts you had stored in your mind, different thoughts will be combined, and you will have a dream as a combination of those thoughts. For example,
Some
Somebody,
collage.
huh?
Some collage will be formed.
Some collage will be formed. Yeah.
It's not
For example,
logical.
somebody is talking about gold jewelry. Okay. Somebody is going to Mount Rainier, and there at Mount Rainier, the ladies are talking about gold jewelry. Okay, they do, right? They talk about jewelry everywhere. Mount Rainier, tulips are everywhere. So at Mount Rainier, when you are seeing Mount Rainier, you are talking about gold. Now that night when you are sleeping, what will happen is, now there are thoughts related to gold, thoughts related to mountain that are stored in your mind. What will happen is, these two thoughts will be combined. And then you will see a golden mountain in your dream. You will see a golden mountain in your dream. So this is what happens. Dreams are nothing but manifestation of thoughts. Manifestation of thoughts. Whatever you think during the day may not be that day. Maybe from past days.
But whatever we are seeing in dream, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we are not seeing it, but we are seeing it. That also passes to like Paramatma. Like the desires or anything. Because
Yes, definitely. Because
that is also a thought, kind of thought.
yeah, it's a thought only. It's a manifestation of thought. Dream is nothing but manifestation of thought. Before you become aware of your thought, okay? Who becomes aware? Super soul, Paramatma becomes aware. Yeah. So even the dream, Paramatma becomes aware before you see the dream. Krishna sees your dream before you see your dream. Yeah. It's like Annapurna came all the way from Everett to here to give me water. Maybe I had a desire to drink water and nobody is giving water. Oh, you kept the bottle? Good, thank you. Yeah.
When you are in bhakti, desires will reduce, Prabhu. Bad.
Yeah, that's the goal. Yeah, good, bad, both desires.
Soul desire is to only desire for Krishna. Actually, we, based on this in material world, we will change our desires, right? Prabhuji, before coming to this world, we'll change our desire of this materialistic thing, right? Otherwise, the sole desire of a soul is Krishna only.
Correct. When the soul is in the mother's womb, after there is a suffering period, right? The full 9 months is a period of suffering. Bhagavatam describes how the soul suffers because it's a dark place, very congested, you cannot move around much, and whatever the mother eats, the soul has to eat. If it is spicy, the soul has to eat spicy. If it is salty, if it is whatever it is, the soul has to eat that.
Also, it remembers past karma, Prabhu. Past life karma in the womb.
Yes, because of past life karma only there is a rebirth. And that's why you are in the womb. Yeah.
I mean, she said, we remember some past janmas. No. Inside the womb, I heard the fetus keep recalling the past karma and suffering more about past life.
No.
No?
No. Past life remembrance is not given to everyone. If somebody is remembering, no, not even inside.
Oh.
Yeah, because the situation within the womb itself is very miserable. Now, if the soul is able to think about incidents or karma from past life, there will be an explosion. There will be an explosion in the womb. There will be an explosion. So I cannot stay here anymore.
Doesn't want to come out of the womb.
Sukadeva Goswami.
Yeah.
Materialistic world.
Sukadeva Goswami.
Yeah. Many years he did came out.
Yeah.
Badrayani.
Shukadeva Goswami, Badrayani. Yeah. So the soul, after longer period of suffering in the womb, in the end, what the soul will say is, Because in the womb, the fetus is in this position, right? In a prayerful posture. The soul will pray to the Lord, saying that, "Oh Lord, please give me an opportunity to come out and I will serve you eternally. I will serve you eternally. I will serve your lotus feet eternally."
Forget everything and enjoy.
Avismrtistvacharanaravinde bhave bhave mestu bhavat prasadat. Lifetime after lifetime I will remember you. Just give me one opportunity. Lifetime after lifetime I will remember you. But what happens after we come out? We forget everything. As soon as the air touches our head, that's called shatam. The air is called shatam. As soon as that air touches our head, then we forget everything. We forget everything, and then we get carried away in the material life, and then eventually we will remember. So eventually we'll start practicing spirituality.
How the baby starts the tasteless milk, Prabhuji, and how we inculcate all the taste after grow up.
Mm.
See, and even the tasteless milk will be make them grow.
Mm.
In this baby, and how we will inculcate so many of desired taste in the materialistic world, and we like that taste of milk. In that way, you can say it's like only the desires only make our taste also different, right, Prabhuji?
No, I didn't understand this.
Like
Taste and desires. What's the connection?
Desires or taste is also related to desire, also, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
It's acquired also, right? A lot of taste is acquired.
It's like how the baby is like come out, it's like tasteless milk. Then also it grows with that milk, and after that coming to this world, it changes its taste based on the environment, and then that milk also become tasteless. I'm saying is the way the baby grows, that milk also become tasteless. I'm saying.
Yeah.
Taste also is
Gulab
like
jam, rasmalai.
Yeah, all become.
Yeah.
That become a dominant.
Hot is also.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's why if the mothers eat sattvic food, if the mothers provide a conducive environment in the form of eating also, in the form of hearing, in the form of where they are going when they are carrying the baby, they all have influence on the baby. Yeah. Based on that, the baby will develop desires, everything. Yeah.
But Prabhu, like we even forget the pain we go through, right? And even like up to 2 years, like I don't remember, like nobody might be remembering, right? Up to 2-3 years, what happened with them. So only after that we remember. If we would have remembered at least those gestation days.
Or the pain in the womb.
Yeah, at least like we still will be thankful to God.
No, we will never remember that.
We'll never remember.
No.
So it's purpose.
Once we come out, we will not remember that.
So it's Lord's wish only not to remember,
Yeah,
or
Lord,
we'll forget our...
Lord gives the forgetfulness.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you remember the pain in the womb, you cannot live.
But then we can remember, like, because we were wishing, Lord, please give me this opportunity, right?
Yeah. So then Lord gives different opportunities by giving suffering in this material.
New suffering.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sufferings will be karma, no, Prabhuji, not about.
It's primarily based on karma. Yeah, primarily based on karma. But sometimes, let's say somebody has lot of good karma. So according to karma, they cannot suffer. But still, Krishna will create some situation so that they will turn to God. Otherwise, if there's only happiness all the time, they can never turn to God, right? So even if somebody has, for example, Gajendra. Gajendra, where did Gajendra live? In the heavenly planet. Heavenly planet means all happiness only, right? Why will anybody go to heavenly world? Only when they have lot of punya karma. When they have lot of punya karma only, they will go to heavenly planets. And with all that punya karma, they can enjoy for thousands of years, 10,000 years. And we forget God. When everything is good, we forget God. Then God presents a situation like what he did to Gajendra. Yeah.
So Kunti Mata also asked for
She asked for difficulties. Yeah. So, karmana daiva netrena. Anything that happens in our life, karmana daiva netrena. Either because of karma or daiva netra, according to the will of the Lord. When Pandavas suffered, Pandavas went through so much, right? They went through so much injustice. They went through so much custom and injustice. And in the end, when the Pandavas came to Bhishma Dev, okay, when Bhishma Dev was lying on the bed of arrows and Pandavas came there, Bhishma Dev was trying to pacify Yudhishthir Maharaj. Because Krishna could not pacify Yudhishthir Maharaj. It's not because Krishna cannot do that, but Krishna intentionally wanted Bhishma Dev to pacify Yudhishthir Maharaj. Krishna wanted to give that credit to Bhishma Dev. So what did he do?
Krishna's plan. So Bhishma said, "Nu anta manchivaadu inta anubhavinchalasina avasaram edi. It happened by me. This is Krishna's plan."
Yeah. First he says karma, then he says no karma, then time. No, it's not time. Only Krishna's will. So when Krishna tried, this is a very interesting thing, right? When Krishna tried convincing Yudhishthir Maharaj, he was feeling great lamentation. He was feeling great regret that because of me, all these thousands of Kauravas died. He was feeling great regret. Krishna tried convincing him, but here's a beautiful, interesting thing that happened, right? Krishna spoke some convincing words. Krishna, as a person, spoke some convincing words to Yudhishthira Maharaj. But the same Krishna, who is as Paramatma inside Yudhishthira, he made Yudhishthira not to be convinced. He made Yudhishthira not to be convinced. Externally, he spoke convincing words that you don't have to worry at all. But inside, he said, no, you worry. You regret. You lament. You're the cause for the death of all these 10,000 people. So he's very clever. Krishna is very clever.
Krishna is only acting for us.
Yeah. So our job is only to know how he acts. Krishna is only acting, but our job is to know how he acts in different flavors, different styles. Krishna Maya. Chaturudu. Chala Chaturudu. So then when Bhishma Dev tries to pacify Yudhishthira Maharaj, he says, Aho kashtam, aho nyayam, yadyuyam dharmanandana, narhata jivitam narhata klishtam, jivitam narhata klishtam, and then he says, Yatra dharma suto rajan, gadapanir vrikodaraha, Krishnosti gandivam chapam, Suhrut mitra tada Krishna. Suhrut mitra tada Krishna. So you have all these great things on your side. You are Dharmaraj. Yadyuyam Dharmanandana. You are Dharmaraj. You are son of Dharmaraj. You are son of Dharmaraj. And then you have Dharmaraj. You have Bhima, who is a personification of power on your side. Gadapanir Vrikodaraha. And then you have Arjuna. Krishnostri Gandivam Chapam. You have Gandivadari Arjuna on your side. And you have Nakula, who is a personification of loyalty on your side. And you have Sahadeva, who is the personification of
Future.
No. Nakula is personification of loyalty and Sahadeva is personification of something else. You have all these great things on your side. Still, you suffered. It's only, first he says, it's because of time. And then he says, no, first he says karma. And then he says, no, you are all Pandavas, you are great devotees of the Lord. So for devotees, karma does not influence them because Krishna takes care of their karma. And then Bhishma Dev says, second possibility is time. And then he says, no, time is a forcing factor for the non-devotees. Time is a influencing and forcing factor for the non-devotees. But you are devotees. For devotees, with every breath, you are one step closer to God. And non-devotees, with every breath, they are one step closer to death. So you are all devotees. You all have Krishna in your heart. So you are not subject to the forcing factor of time. Then it is only Krishna's will. Okay? So like that everything happens in our life, karmana daiva netrena. Either because of karma or Krishna's will. Yeah. Okay? So it's 147. I think, one last sentence. So now we talked about, after getting that knowledge about Paramatma, then one meditates on that Paramatma, they can get liberation. Okay? And in the next section, Krishna talks about Ashtanga Yoga, little bit. In just 2 shlokas, Krishna gives glimpses of Ashtanga Yoga, which is the topic of next chapter, 6th chapter. But before that, he gives a prelude in 2 shlokas. He says that liberation through Ashtanga Yoga, how it is possible. Practice of Ashtanga Yoga gives the same liberation as one who meditates on Super Soul. Yeah. And in the end, 5.29, Krishna gives peace formula. 5.29 is an important shloka, one of the important shlokas. Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhrudam sarva bhutanam jnatva mam shantim richati. So we'll discuss that when we come to that shloka. So this is the flow of this chapter. Okay. So next week when we meet, we'll start discussing from shlokas 18 onwards.
18 is done, right? 19.
Till 18 we did.
Until 18 is done. So what we'll do is next week we'll read the translations. So then we'll know what is happening in each shloka. Yeah. Okay. So online, before we pause here, any questions, comments, reflections? Oh, Srividya, you joined. I did not notice. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
How are you?
Yeah, good, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Sorry, could not come there, so I'll try to come some other day.
Yeah.
Some
Have
other
you seen this temple?
Yeah, the inauguration day I came, but after that I went.
Okay. Any
Prabhuji,
questions, comments?
one question, Prabhuji, you told that where we have some desire.
Mhm.
So, for example, sometimes we know that it's not correct, but still we get that thoughts, right, Prabhuji? How do we remove that one?
So first of all, the reason why we get those thoughts, even though we know it's not correct,
Correct. Yeah.
is based on past impressions.
Yeah.
And the only way to get rid of those is by increasing good thoughts and by increasing thoughts of Krishna. See, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna presents this very systematically, very beautifully. Until chapter 6, what is one single focal point that Krishna teaches in chapter 3, 4, 5, and 6?
Karma.
Yeah. Within karma, what is the essential point?
Do your karma, leave the result to me.
Detachment. Basically detachment, right? But we cannot detach from the things unless we attach to something else. That's why starting from 7th chapter, Krishna teaches knowledge about Krishna, how to attach to Krishna. So only when we learn how to attach to Krishna, we will learn how to detach from worldly things. The more we attach to Krishna, the more we can detach from worldly things. So, Srividya, so that's the same thing. The more we increase our thoughts about Krishna, the more we increase our desires on bhakti, the more we can get rid of these bad thoughts and bad desires.
Okay, Sach.
And that's
Yeah.
only possible in the association of devotees like this, by continuously hearing Krishna Katha, especially Gajendra Stuti, Mukundamala Stotra,
Yeah.
Rukmini prayers, all those things. That happens only in the evening. Every day evening. You're not joining these days. That's why you're getting those thoughts.
Yeah.
Please,
So
Sarita
yeah,
asking
now
the question. No, she's not asking that question, right? Because she's joining every day. She's only having thoughts about Gajendra and Vishnu,
that is
Narayana.
really true, Prabhuji. Yeah.
No
Yeah.
time for any desires.
First of all, give a big round of applause to yourself. Thanksgiving weekend, you're all here. Huh? You're all here. Sacrificing all the shopping, all your desires. You're all here.
No, they can buy online.
Hmm? Yeah. So,
Desires are working in the background.
desires are working in the back.
That is already done.
It's already done.
Shopping.
Shopping is already done. There's no end. Usually people will spend Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 days they'll spend. Yeah. But the fact that you are here, that means you are increasing thoughts and desires about Krishna and you are detaching from the worldly things.
సింప్లిఫై చేస్తున్నారు షాపింగ్ కూడా మాకు కావాల్సిన డీల్స్ అని టకటక దొరికిస్తున్నారు షాపింగ్ ఎక్కువసేపు టైం స్పెండ్ చేయకుండా
Yeah.
మాకు కావాల్సిన అది మీరు అంటున్నట్టు డిజైర్ అనుకుంటాం కృష్ణకి ముందు తెలిసిపోతాను కానీ ఎందుకు అన్నిసార్లు కొన్నిసార్లు అలా అనిపిస్తుంది. అలా అనుకున్నప్పుడు ఎక్కువ ఎఫర్ట్ పెట్టకుండానే
థింగ్స్ అయిపోతున్నాయి.
అయిపోతాయి. Yeah.
అయిపోతాయి ఆటోమేటిక్.
No, Krishna will facilitate that way. Yeah. Yeah.
అంటే
Good.
మరీ అదేంటే ఏదో విల్లా చెప్పారు అట్లాంటి కాదు.
అంటే you are thinking. She's thinking.
I'm not getting means I'm not deserve. Krishna decided that is not deserve for you.
That's not good for you.
In that way I'm thinking.
Yeah. Good.
So I'm
There
satisfied
was a
that
joke similar to this, like people who are like struggling with obesity or something, right? They always think what to eat which can loosen my obesity.
Yeah.
But they still keep thinking about eating.
Yeah. They're still thinking about it.
What to eat?
చాలా రోల్ ప్లే చేస్తుంది.
Yeah.
గులాబ్ జామున్ కానీ గులాబ్ జామున్.
ఇప్పుడే జ్ఞాన కర్మకి భక్తికి జ్ఞానం అవసరం లేదు కదా ప్రభు.
Bhakti has two sons. It is required. Bhakti Devi has two sons. The name of the first son is Jnana. The name of the second son is Vairagya. Renunciation, detachment.
You already said in the last one. Jnana will encourage to do karma, and
Yeah.
karma will make jnana into wisdom.
Wisdom. Correct. Yeah.
So for that sake, we need
We need Jnana. Yes, we need Jnana. Knowledge and service. Knowledge and action. Both are needed.
Knowledge is జ్ఞానం.
Knowledge is Jnana. Yeah.
Unless until జ్ఞానం is there, we cannot do bhakti.
You can do bhakti, but it will be sentimental. You will not have complete faith. You will not be convinced. It will be fragile.
Like how we used to do before coming to knowing this. We used to go to temple.
Yeah.
Every time we used to go to temple.
We were spiritual, but we were not like.
We don't have a knowledge.
Yeah, without proper
With
knowledge.
that much faith that we have today, right?
Yeah,
Please whisper.
yeah.
Until we
అంటే సద్బుద్ధి కదా ప్రభుజీ
Hmm?
మనకి జ్ఞానంతో సద్బుద్ధి వస్తుంది. It's like a
Jnanantoti, yes, sadbuddhi, intelligence.
what is good and what is bad.
Correct, correct. Yeah. And also, most importantly, with the knowledge, we will know why we are doing what we are doing. That's the main thing. If we don't know why we are doing what we are doing, it will be ritual. If you know why you are doing what you are doing, it will become spiritual. If you know the spirit behind what you are doing, it will become spiritual. Yeah. That's why knowledge is needed. Bhakti Devi, if you look at the journey of Bhakti Devi, we discussed during Mukund Mala Stotra time. If you look at the journey of Bhakti Devi, right? So, Bhakti Devi or the Bhakti itself was born in South India. It was born in South India, Dravida Desha, Tamil Nadu. Okay, and then from Tamil Nadu, it started going to Karnataka, where it became little. No. In Karnataka, Bhakti Devi was made very popular by Madhvacharya, all those people in Udupi and those places. Okay, and then as Bhakti Devi started traveling to northern parts of India, especially when Bhakti Devi went to Gujarat, Maharashtra, these areas, Bhakti Devi became completely weak. Then one day Narada Muni, looking at Bhakti Devi when she became very weak, Narada Muni asks her, "You look very weak, what's the reason?" Then Bhakti Devi says, "My two sons are very weak, that's why I'm weak." Now, who are her two sons? Jnana and Vairagya. That means knowledge. Nobody is cultivating knowledge. Gujarat, everybody is rich. Gujus, they're all rich business people. They don't have time to, cultivate knowledge. And because they are so rich, they are so attached to their wealth. So no jnana, no vairagya. That's why Bhakti Devi also became weak. Gujarat, Pune, Maharashtra, those areas. And then finally, when Bhakti Devi went to Vrindavan, there Bhakti Devi was completely revived and rejuvenated. And then Bhakti Devi was spread in all regions again. Yeah, Vallabh Sampradaya, all those people, they took up Bhakti. Yeah. Okay. So I think we can conclude here. Mangalam Kosalendraya Mahaniya Gunatmane Chakravarti Tanujaya Sarvabhaumaya Mangalam. Grantara Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada
Jai.
ki jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna everyone. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.